Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. I say welcome to 204 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, I will tell that the market across the globe are quite, know, on the downtrend, or let me say, open lower, if I use that language, and quiet. These are the two languages I want to use: lower and quiet. And it's a result of investors moving to the sideline to gear up forward for the central bank's policy announcement that will come later in the week, especially at the midweek on the 1st of February. That has also kept the market in that mood at this hour. And also, don't forget that the oil price too also continue to oscillate as policy as OPEC also plan to meet this week also to either to adjust their output or to bring it down. Don't forget that what is happening in Ukraine and Russia is in another dimension, and that also is what is also driving the volatility as we speak. But the good thing in all this that as an investor, I always emphasize in this class that once you enter the market with a goal, a plan, know your entry and your exit strategy. Have your buy range, your stop loss, and what your profit target. Once you hit your profit target, don't hesitate to take your profit out. Also, the volatility we are seeing in the up and down, this is the beauty of market that you buy low, you sell high. And that is why I said, as all these macroeconomic data or policy statements or actions from one direction or political tension driving the market up and down, even the oil price, they are going to be what keep your eyes on your chart. Chart will help you to what to read what is happening, to know the psychology of the people. I always say it here. No, the fundamental will be there. No, attitude of people to that fundamental news or what they are expecting to read will also show in your chart. That's why I tell people that for you to be a successful trader, you must have to combine your technical and your fundamental, and also how to read your word to read your chart very well. Read your chart, looking at the price structure or price action alone is not enough for you. Looking at the chart alone, you need to also combine with your to know whether there is strength or there is momentum in that momentum or what is the velocity. You need to know all this. Is this what I'm seeing? Is it going? Is it increasing? And that's why you need to other indicators that also that will help you to read what the price action or the candlestick very, very well. You must combine all this. One is never an island or using an only price action. Yes, price action is good. You tell the attitude of the board. You need to also what is the people that are the attitude. Is it a weak attitude? Is it a weak momentum? Is it a weak there is psychology there? Is it positive or negative? It is that indicator that will help you to know exactly what is the strength of that momentum, what is the strength of that sentiment. Once you're able to know all this when you are reading your chart, it goes a long way to help you. As we speak now, as I've said, that the US market as we speak now is slightly in red. They are all opening in the downtrend now at this morning. Also in Euro market, and this as a result of what as I said earlier, all eyes and what on this outcome of the Federal Reserve meeting that will coming up this week. And also looking at the key economic data that I've read so far also, and the ones that are coming this week also, that also support the decision where they will go. For all eyes that if they can go as low as 50 basis points, that will set the tone where they are going. If they go below it, fine. But I believe that from the data they have seen so far, there's always already people market sentiment is that they are likely also to adjust. But if you look at the European market as I speak, the European market also opened on the south this morning, and I think that's a lot of what I said. The market was lower and quiet this morning. These are what the sentiment of the investors, being cautious to see what also the data that will come from even that their zone and that of what US Fed decision. And also don't forget that we have seen the GDP for US, where they point to, and also the recovering move in China, despite the geopolitical tension was here in another part of that Asia market. The Asia market also remain a bit stable. That's why they are mixed now. Not all are in red, but all some are in green, some are in red. But in Europe and US, we are seeing that the indices are in red. But if you go to Africa, Africa is also mixed. But this our Nigeria market, which is NGS, is also slightly in green, which is also good for the market. But I'll tell you that the inflation figure that was seen, last time recently has also pointed where they are likely to receive, where the decision of the central banks will be. And also don't forget that the burden of servicing debt by different government and different domain, different level is also telling on government. I believe that also spoil kind of this kind of a slowdown, start losing instead of tightening the monetary policy. These are the things to expect to also spoil the market. And also the the corporate earnings across this domain are not also totally bad. They are mixed, but we are seeing impressive number there. But down here, like I told you, down here in Nigeria, we have seen that our numbers that are hit the market from quoted companies here are really outstanding, and that is a good one for us for our equity market. And I believe that that is why, with the disconnection we are seeing or the we are seeing in the rates, in NPR and the rate we are seeing in the physical market, might see funds flowing to the market, on a short, or in the near time on a short, term. That also you take advantage of it. And for those that are investing for dividend, I think this is the right time for you to target those stocks that I know that had dividend yield and position. Like I mentioned oil price when I was saying, this oil price has the way of influencing all the global, because when oil price is relatively low, but this inflation figure we're seeing also will be sustained. But when oil price plus $100 again, that might also have the way of what the way of also inflating the global inflation. But you can see that for almost for 6 or 5 possibility period, we are seeing that the global inflation of food prices has kind of moderated, kind of is that's also a good thing for the global economy. And that is why the fear of recession that have been on the high, I can see that it started slowing down a little, especially after seeing the GDP from US and also China economy, seeing that both government in there also are trying to make sure that everything in China now look up in terms of policy they are making, made that business activities is also looking up, and data that are also coming from there also have also signaled kind of we are seeing a kind of further recovery that will also strengthen the global economy. Despite their COVID-19 issue that they are battling with the opening of their borders and all, we are seeing activities improving, and that also will encourage other countries that will do business with them. And that's why I said that Asia market, I told you earlier that Asia market was still following the trend. They've been an orbit market. Even after the holiday they had for their celebration, you can see that it opened on a good note. And that tells you that this market and the economy remain support. I believe that we're going to see a good number at the end of the day. And this also will bring tension down in terms of global recession, because once there's stagnation and this also aligned, I believe we have the war also impacting positively on the global scene. Oil price is trading as we speak now, a bit down because of this coming OPEC meeting and all those stuff. The price have kind of slide down again to 86.64. So $86.64 per barrel. That is what oil is doing now. For me, the oil price is also relatively good, but I think if it go come down further, that is good for the global. But for we that are oil producing, might not be good for us. We want it to go up to that. But it's also to show up what our reserve. These are the things we expect. That also will have a way of also supporting the CBN in managing their work, the FS, which I believe that once this FS is properly managed, we might see a kind of a rebound in the economy. Yes, market at this hour is still not looking bad, slightly in green. But before we go to that market, now I want to quickly look at what the fundamentals has come. I just quickly thought about technical, but I'll do them more when I was doing live chat. If you look at the numbers that hit the market so far, I will tell you these numbers are pretty impressive. What I mean is we are seeing more companies that have posted good number and few that were seeing that their numbers are missed. Only just I can tell you, those I can pick the ones that are really bad, that are posted disappointing number. Others have seen a good number, and the good thing is that these are Q4 unaudited accounts that are giving investors an insight as they come. Market are started reacting to them, because as you are seeing the numbers that are coming, look at what they paid last year and what the company is doing this time. It gives you an insight if they're likely to be what an uptrend in what in their payout. That's what we call a dividend growth, or a higher payout from their earnings. These are the things that are also going to guide investors at this point. That's why all eyes are on these numbers are coming, and they are coming at the right time. That the numbers are not looking bad at all. For me, it's a good one time for you to look at this number very well, and that's why the few ones we want to share now, I want to just look at them so that we can discuss them together. I will start with the recent one that just hit the market. Even this morning, we'll start from Vitafoam. Vitafoam, Q1 result hit the market, and I'll tell you this number is, for me, is flat, but it shows one thing, that this company are consistent in their performance. Here you can see that even when they declare a dividend of 1 naira 52 kobo, just 2 kobo, kind of increase compared to what they paid the previous year. Market have not treated that stock low because the number released to pay that one is still what intact. Also, that trend has also continued. We saw that the top line was up by just 10.84 or say 11% approximately. This revenue moved from 12.72 billion to 14.1 billion. No, it's a good one. And but where I'm concerned, I would say it again that look at this turnover, almost 14 billion. After that 14 billion, only just around 1.71 billion is at the PAT. You can see the good cost that these maturing companies are also incurring. Cost of fund, cost of sales, cost of production, all these are really eating into their what into their profit. You can see the profit moved from 1.69 to 1.71, just 1.2% of. Can see a flat number. EPS was up from 124 kobo to 131 kobo. You can see this number, and you can from here easily make the projection that from here we're going to see at the end of the year, if this trend is sustained, to see a stock that will give you 4 naira earning per share. And if you're going to give you 4 naira earning per share, and the value of this company from that 4 naira per share is likely to be around 40 naira, you can see that the stock has upper side to go. That means the stock is grossly also undervalued because the earnings are really improved. If at first quarter you are seeing almost 14 billion turnover and 1.7 billion for their first quarter, you can still make projections what would like to happen at the end of the day. And if it's something that their share issue is about 1.3 billion shares, relatively small to me, this was support. If at the end of the day they are making 4 billion, 4 billion with that will give you. But if they make more than 4 billion, almost consider this almost 1.7. You can just kind of project or make a forecast what is likely to go at the end of the year. I believe that for better Foam is a good number that's coming. But one thing that is concerned, I also look at that the operating cash flow for the period also slide down to 4.01 billion from 5.69. Yes, in Q2, that is this is just the first quarter. I need to also monitor to see in the subsequent quarter if this trend continue. That's what we'll for. This is the first one. Let's just also keep our eyes on it. Another one to look at is GSK. GSK number, I will tell you this number for me. You can see impact of cost on them. GSK posted about 25.4 billion turnover for 2022, and I can see that PAT also came as well as 692.1 million against 658.8 billion. You can see that the profit after tax for GSK is still relatively not commensurate to the price it's selling, and that is why it's where it is now. If you look at also the full year earning per share of 58 kobo, 58 kobo, you times 58 kobo by 10, that will give you around 6 naira, and that is the price where it is. That means the stock is fairly priced. If earnings improve, we are likely to see a better position for this stock. These are the things to look at this number, and what dividend is likely to come from this kind of result. It's also point to you what you should be doing as an investor, because we are in the market to make money. The long-term investor, we are looking for long-term appreciation. Fine, but you should know that the economy is always in cycle, market is always in cycle, so that any cycle where I take advantage of that cycle was to make profit, and another cycle will also change your strategy. That's why the matter is buy low and sell what and sell high. The next one we're looking at here is total. Total is the our point of call now. Total result for me is also a mixed number, but I'll tell you total have shown strength, and this also reflect in the payout of total in the year past, and that tells you that if we are seeing this kind of number in total, a good dividend is expected, and these are defensive stuff in the market also that one can. And I believe that the oil sector has a good prospect for 2020, 2023, and knowing that the way we are going forward to our subsidy removal and all this the fuel price increase, these companies that don't benefit it. You know that Total Nigeria is into marketing. We're not talking about Total, the one that's into extraction of food, into that, and the oil increase the world, the lubricants and all those stuff. These are the things that also is telling on them. And price changes, and most of them, when it's price change, they have their inventory underground. It's also automatically a plus for them. That's why you see markup in most of their results. But for Total, we're seeing that the top line was up, seriously up, but at the end of the day, see that the PAT was a bit slightly flat or down. Let me just flat. Let me not say that, because the good earnings we're seeing also can support a good dividend of even related to what they paid last year. You know what they paid last year. At the end of the day, they pay you 4 naira today, and they pay you 18 naira. At the end, almost 22 naira from that. You can see what the price is saying today. You can see that there's good also dividend yield in that total. Total revenue moved from 341.32 billion to 482.47 billion. That's about 41% of in the green. Good one. That means they are expanding their business. But cost also, when I look at the cost also of this transaction, was so that their PAT also slowed down to 16.43 billion against 16.86 billion, just down by negative 2%. This is a flat number for me. And EPS sustained an uptrend. EPS stood at EPS stood at 48.4 naira, 48 naira 40 kobo against 49 naira 66 kobo the previous year. From this stock now, this 48. If you know what to do, this stock on its own is also grossly undervalued. If you look at the earning per share and what it's selling, that means all this stock has on the upper the upper potential to go up. But I tell you, oil sector and energy, I know that these two guys are into energy already again. They're into selling of marketing. These are people that also play around with this company. Their cash flow also is looking up, not down, which is also good for total. Then the last one I want to look at is one that came from me and Baker this morning, and we've seen how the market are responded to that number. But one thing that is very clear in me and Baker is that yes, we saw an improvement in their top line, which is above 20%, 20.81% of above 20% or 20% flat good. But the revenue or the turnover moved from 11.9 billion to 14.38 billion. That's about 20.8182% up. And PAT also moved sharply from 1.1 billion to 1.7 billion, about 60%, 5% up. But the good thing is that if you look at details of this company, yes, there's an extra item which is there, but the good that this extra item is not a loss, it's a plus. What does it mean? It means that there will be improvement in payout. And that is why you as a trader or investor should know what to support. So that if you are entering this stock because of this number, you know the time to exit before they come back to their normal operation. Yes, you can see that their normal operation for promote last year there was no such extra income that came. They almost about 1.something billion in terms of PAT. Now about 1.7. You can see the impact of that, and that also will reflect on their payout. As to speak now, as a third quarter, we saw that their earning pressure was higher than what they had full year for 2021. Which you can see here, 2021 they have about 60 kobo earning per share. Why their third quarter already have 83 kobo earning per share. Now that you are seeing their full year with 1 naira 3 kobo earning per share, it gives you an insight that a good dividend is likely to come out from this company. Yet, if you are seeing that this company number was impacted positively by what extra income, you also become very cautious when you are entering, because this will also inform a better dividend payout that also part the price. You can see the life of Cabri and the life of what's it called PZ. When PZ made sales of their properties and they said that, you see their dividend history changed for that period. That's why I said that you should company also that pay all they have. These are the things you'll be looking at. What drives it and is it what is sustainable for the future? If you know that it's not going to be forever or continuously. But do that for this period that you are seeing this improvement number, let's take advantage of it and go and cash in and cash out immediately. But the good thing is that they are also in a sector that has positive sentiment and also have a good potential that business here is also moving, because if their top line remains strong, that it's also in way to tell you that they can still achieve a better number going forward. Apart from it, but for you to know that yes, what impacted these earnings was mostly for the extra income that come go of selling of property or selling of anything. This tells you this is what you should know. Once you have that at the back of your mind, you have a way also impacting your decision. But seeing that here, look at all the all the companies with almost 14 billion turnover, you can see that 1.7, almost level, you can see that the cost of operation, cost of my private sector is also eating on them. And that is why this high interest rate has the way of affecting the real economy, why the financial market will be happy, why we are seeing interest rate. But this company that also post what to impact the company, if the numbers are being eaten up by what by all this rate hike and other infrastructural gap or infrastructural adequacy, this are the work. But these companies in Nigeria, with their Q4 or full year, they were seeing that they've done well for 2023, and some of them will continue in this sector, especially in some sector. That means you need to keep your eyes in those sector that will continue in this direction, so that it also guide towards your investment decision at any given time. It's very, very important that we note all this when we are doing your board analysis. Yes, back to the market to see what is happening. Yes, as we speak now, our market is still in green, and good thing is that market on Friday No, if you look at the chart here, market on Friday, if you look at this chart here, we saw what we call also a hammer here. And when you see a hammer and uptrend, it gives you two signs. One, sign of reversal. That's why I say at this point, say that the market break out up or down. And market have been on the top here, on this what we call a topping pattern for a long time. After breaking out around the 52,757, market started was trending. For this one, we are seeing that after showing a pullback on Friday, we are seeing an uptrend, a little green now. This seesaw movement is continuing on this trend until there is a breakout, and this breakout, I would say, it will come when we start seeing what this corporate action. You can see that investors are taking advantage of this connected account to see inside or to know where the position, because it is the number that will support the payout and also the price, and we are seeing impressive number. That is why people are taking advantage of this impressive number to position forward for in the market now. For me, it's a good one for us so that we can have it at the back of our mind that these numbers are very good now. Take advantage of them, which for me is a good one. Yes, I will start from looking at the what the market is doing. Market is doing 52,702.90. Market is up by 45.02 basis point, representing 0.10%. That means market is in the green, and also we're seeing also a positive market breadth. We're having a 9 gainers against what 6 losers as we speak. And the good thing is that the market is still having those financial sector in the world in the gainer. You can see that this financial sector, there's prospect for them in this new year. Now also because also they are more consistent dividend payment, people are also looking that way and they're taking advantage of the price. Even when people are saying that they are moving, I'll tell you this banks, this sector, the upside position of their price is still high, because if what we are seeing sustaining this year, I'm going to see a better performance even with this naira design and what we are moving money now from bank to the bank of all. For me, it's a good one for the bank. How they also impacting the bank. I believe that investors in the bank sector should also remain there and also watch and know when to take profit, and also because dividends soon coming and they are most liquid, if you want to enter and go at any time, you don't need to wait or beg to sell. Why? Because this company, their share in it is also enlarged enough for you to trade. Like you can see, most traders trade with this sector. Because every time you are going in and coming out, already buyers and sellers are there. That's why you must also understand the force of demand and supply. Like I was saying before, you were taking like your price action, the momentum behind it, and all this one is all about what demand and supply. That means trading is all about demand and supply. Once you're able to read it, you are able to also to go in the right direction. Yes, from the loser start, I showed you that 6 losers. We are seeing that the computer warehouse group is one leading, and followed by FTM Coco. You can see also Honeywell is not left, is among the losers this morning, trading around the around the 210, 211 at this hour. You can see Coronation Insurance also, which is the former our peak, so among the loser and Rod and Champ. These are the top losers as we speak. But if you look at the gainers, I told you there are 9 gainers before now, and they are increasing even more than 9 as we speak now, because the market is still live. We are seeing that the Codeview Business Solution leading on the gainers chart, followed by Me and Baker. Me and Baker, you can see the impact of the result released now on the price. You can see Japo have maintained that momentum since they released their unattended account. I was seeing the number is good. But for those that are in Japo, for dividend, don't think dividend, but if you are taking capital acquisition, good, but also know exactly when to take your capital acquisition, so that when you want to sell, you won't be hooked. And once you meet your target, know when to cut off from there. Followed by Chi, which is the consolidated Hallmark Insurance, Chi PLC, is also in the grid. Also, we are seeing MC Nichols also on the gainers star. You can see Zenith Bank, Access Bank, GTB on the gainers star. These are the gainers as to speak. For me, the market is good. Quickly look at the volume in terms of activities. Zenith Bank is leading in volume about 20 about 20, about 30.2 million share traded so far. We're also seeing GT code and that 19.24 million. You can also see UBA and that also 7.9 million shares. Me and Baker 2.85 million shares. Trading around there 480, 490, 490 as we speak now. 482, 85, 90 as we speak. You can also see the Wapik Insurance at 1 naira, at 40 kobo at 2.3 million shares. You can see these are the top, and you can see that these are more of what financial stock apart from the Me and Baker. Other ones that are financial, you can see the strength of this financial stock, and also the benefits of what is happening in the economy now. These are sectors that will benefit upon others in the market, as we speak. That's why as an investor, understand what you are trading in the market as we speak now. Yes, because of our time, let's quickly go to the chart. Yes, if you look at the chart here, so I was saying, let me call the indicators that we need to look at it briefly before the market, before our time is fast spent. But for those that missed the Q&A session, about 25 stocks were that had a buy signal and their bullish base is set. Were also shared in the meeting. For those that really want to take advantage of that, the Jumbo Pack is still very, very available. I think you have access to it by end of this quarter to go back to the price of 70,000 naira. I think that's now we're giving it for the current body at 50,000 naira. They can take advantage and buy. It's for a whole year that you have access to the signal, buy and sell signal, and also the play of the Q&A. You have access to all questions. You join the class live. If you miss it, you also have access to all that we discussed. If you're a member in that premium class, you need to also join that class if you have not made up your mind. I think I will encourage you because a lot of stock that were recommended for last 2 weeks by middle of this week will be selling. It's hard to know look at place for buy and sell signal. You know when to enter and when to also exit your position. It's very, very important for those that really want to take advantage of live market and what is happening in the market. Yes, here call our T line usual 20 to 8. Let's see where the market is going and what is happening in the market. We need to know now what is happening in the market. Very, very important that we know what is happening in the market. Yes, call our money flow. Cannot do without that stuff. Money flow, and also look at our static RSI. Want to look at it here. You can see here. You can see here now. These are the indicators we want to look at. The market, even as it's a trend for almost more than 2 weeks now, has not gone below the T line. It tried on Friday, it crossed down, but it later come up and closed up. Say that there's still strong momentum in the market. That is what I'm telling you that the buyers and sellers are still really fighting who will dominate. The buyers are still in charge, even when it's a trend, profit taking activities, market remain up. At the end of the week, we had about 87 buy position and just 13 sell position. This morning we are seeing improved buying position also this morning, despite the moody downgrade of the economy and also the rate hike. Say that investors rate hike and also election uncertainties. Investors that are taking the position are taking their position because we know that election will come and go, and also as far as we are seeing also kind of divergent in the rate hike, the plus for the market. For those companies that have that dividend yield, investors are not reacting. They are also taking advantage of the price they are seeing to buy before they release their actual results. Now they are seeing most of their Q4 audited, and they have seen their Q3, and those that release their full year with the corporate action will start in February, and February is around the corner. That's why market is in that. You can see, if you look at the money flow, money flows are turned up to what? To 62, from almost 50, 5, we saw the close on Friday. You can see that going over to 62, the funds are coming back to the market. And if you look at your stochastic RSI, you can see, like I said, that's why I showed you one last time to see how to know whether the momentum is strong. Would I show you, example from here? You can see it here. This for a month, a weekly chart. I quickly turn it to a daily chart also to show you what I mean. You can see that where it is now, that the momentum in the market is very strong. You can see where it is. Above 50. For me, it's a good one. Even when market tried to pull back on Friday, you can see where it is, and we're seeing volume also improving that Friday. We expect that this trend will continue. That means for you as a trader investor, don't need also to panic in the market. Just hold your position and stay cool. But don't be carried away with up market. Once you meet your target, take your profit and also wait. If you're an income investor, wait for dividend. If you are not, every trader in the market has hit their target, nothing stops about taking your target. I tell you that if you're waiting for a stock to give you 2 naira and you have made 4 5 naira, I think it doesn't make any sense for you to, because of you are waiting for 2 naira dividend, when we make 5 naira, you are waiting. I think, logically, you also take profit in that stock and move ahead, to see what will happen. For me, if you look at your stochastic calculator, you can see where what the market is doing now. Market trying to come up, but people say these are oversold the region. But for me, look at where we are seeing the market is very, very strong. So here telling us that markets are the oversold region. And if at this level, some read that these are oversold, fine, this is overbought, but I can see that market telling that there is strength in the market. If you are seeing at this level, all you want to know is the momentum behind the market is strong. Because at this point, after how the momentum was strong here all the way from here, we can see that when the market extends it's a uptrend. If you have jumped out from this point because of you saw say this overbought and you left the market, all this one the market have done, you missed out. But if you also you are waiting to take position, I say this one is part of accumulation, waiting to a breakout, and that breakout, when you start seeing those high cap stock also getting appreciating price, that also will support the market. Because of our time, I think we are not going to do live class or chat for this one. We'll start there tomorrow so that we'll have less anything to discuss. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll say see you and enjoy the rest of your trading days.